Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of The Last Faith. Last time we left off, we defeated Ladakh. I still don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's more stuff for me to do or what, quite frankly. But we'll see. We'll see. So, hi. Oh yeah, this just takes me back. What am I doing? Yeah, that's how I got here. Okay, Wonders of Ilirgarth. So... Hi. Is this a zone? Do I have more zone to go through, or... Am I just walking into, like, immediately another boss fight?
Annabella, Katarina, what brings you to this place?
Oh. Oh, it's you two. Interesting. So this is the one that was to the right, to the right in Oxneville, hanging out in that room, and also the one that was hanging out in the church.
Courage has blessed you. Now you must be honored.
Oh, okay. Are you two the ones that killed everybody?
I do not wish for such a thing.
Also, I thought the thing that I examined back at Oxneville said Annabella's remains.
Come now. You have fought against the darkness, healed the hearts of so many. You are one of us in this revered chamber.
Okay.
Ladakh is defeated. Diminished.
Ladakh is slain, yes, but I fear his influence still lingers.
Yeah, that's kind of my idea. That's where I assumed this was going, was that there was still another thing I would have to do after defeating Ladakh.
You are correct.
But no matter. You have joined us. You have finally relinquished yourself of that feeble vanguard order.
For your moral actions, you must take your place upon the throne to rule and guide all who live in this terrible place. You will bring balance back to so many. We have all been terrorized for far too long, sitting in the shadow, slowly decaying, with our hope dwindling with every passing second.
We have seen what you have done for all of us. You have brought us together, cast aside our woes. There is no one more worthy.
This feels like a trick.
Take the throne and continue your noble work. Annabella and I will remain beside you. Learned counsel for you to lend an eager ear.
Accept or refuse the throne. I kind of want to refuse the throne, because accepting the throne feels like a bad end. It feels like a bad end. It feels like they're just like, oh yeah, go ahead and accept the throne and everything will be super cool and okay. And I don't know if I will have the option to go back and get other endings. I don't know if this game is going to work like that or not. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, I think I would want to refuse.
Decline? How dare you? We weakened Ladakh, ground him down until we could rip out his heart. You merely completed the task.
We set your destiny in motion, a clear path for you to tread. A prosperous future anointed you a key entity of a single force to oversee these lands.
But you have rejected this destiny.
So be it. You will not survive for long. You shall kneel to your God. Will kneel to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So that's what's happening. Annabella and Katarina, huh? Okay, well that didn't work.
Your attempts to weaken us are feeble.
Ow. Ow. That hurt. Bang. Whoop. Okay. You really don't seem like you have much HP, if I'm gonna be honest.
Your ineffectual efforts are ludicrous.
Okay. I mean, I'm doing it. There's gotta be a second phase. There's gotta be a second phase. They have way too little HP. There's no way. Look at how much damage they take. None of that, please. Ow. That attack's definitely one of the worst ones to deal with. Ow. Uh-huh. Bang. You two could use some more HP, you know? And I'm having a feeling that's about to happen.
What little nerve you have left.
I mean, I think I'm doing a pretty good job. You don't even really hurt that much. That did 32 damage, and you hit me with the bonk side, so kind of surprised.
You would be nothing without us.
Bye. Yeah, here we go. Okay, that's to be expected. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah. Now just again, but harder. Got it. Ow. Yeah, they have more HP. Okay. Yeah, they just do all of their attacks at the same time now. Okay, so the first phase, except they start attacking actually together, which makes sense. Okay. That definitely feels like an ending point. So I feel like if I'm going to find the stuff that I was missing, now kind of needs to be the time, right? Because that very, very, very much feels like an ending. So, I don't know, let me look at the map really quick, possibly look up where some things that I could be missing are, because I still never went in here. I never got that key, right? I don't think I did. Mark's key, Herman's key, that master key. Yeah, the restricted room in the manor. But nothing else. Huh. Ah, there's an area over here. Yeah, I never went over here. What was the deal with this? This is something I missed, yeah. Once again, because it's on, like, the first layer. Or no, not it's on the first layer, but it's above everything else, so I always forgot to check that one. Okay, so wait, this is new stuff. So... Owie. And bang. Bang. Okay, I mean, we might be able to get more level ups out of this. At least. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, this is just an area, I mean, I could very well come through here and there's just nothing. Like, at all. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if there was just nothing. I mean, it opens up a shortcut there, but I don't know if I actually get anything out of this. Uh-huh, there you go. Yeah, that's... Okay, so that's a whole lot of nothing. It's just shortcuts over here. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Wait, what is that? Can I... That's not an area that I can go to. Okay, so I guess that's nothing. Huh. Yeah, I was kind of hoping when I saw that maybe that led to somewhere up there, but no, that's basically just a shortcut to get back over here, unfortunately. Okay, this is just an item? Oh my god, no way. That... That's what I was missing? No. Oh my god, that sucks. Just right up there. It was just... It was kind of already revealed on the map a little bit. But, yeah, I had never marked it because I never saw that. Up there. and the little spot on the map to hint at it was very small, and of course that was the mission integral item that I needed. Of course it was. Just that small thing. Okay. I mean, that happens. Metroidvanias, it's a Metroidvania, it happens. Sometimes the thing you miss is like in a random pot on a path you've been through a billion times. Okay, so now that I've done that, we can get back over here in the Temple of the Deposed Gods. I also need to zoom the map back out. So yeah, now I can come in here and get all of this stuff. I mean, I'm not really sure this is going to give me much, but Demi-Shade. Cool. That's neato. It won't open. Okay, so we probably need to go up to the other spot and do that. Okay, I mean, at least we finally got over here. God, I feel like that's very easy to miss. Of course, I did totally just miss a thing there, but it wasn't as obvious as I thought it would be. I was so sure that, Moon Silverstone... Is this just gonna be a bunch of upgrade material? I was so sure it would have been a pretty obvious thing to pick up, not hidden somewhere, but, you know, sometimes they do that. I remember, I think it's in Bloodstained, when I played that. An item you need to unlock the full, like, the true ending, and, like, an entire other late-game area, was, like, a random piece of armor that was hidden in, like, a random spot. So, it happens. I remember I had a hard time when I played Bloodstained finding that. But... Yeah. Okay, bullets. Bullets. Okay, so yeah, this is probably where the rest of the map is. Gotta be. Ooh, hi. It's this friend. That thing goes far. Okay, go ahead and put that bow away, please. Uh-huh. God, that goes far. Dissipate, please. Don't get hit by that. Ow! As I get hit by that. Eat that. Did nothing to you, but you are shooting dark at me, so... There we go. Whew. Bye-bye. Those things are just the babies that were from the beginning of the area. Out are the damned. Okay, so that area's done. I mean, at least we get to fill in this bit of the map that's been bothering me. So that's cool. It won't open, so we probably gotta access that from over there. Nope, not a hidden wall. I checked that one. I mean, I just never finished going this way, did I? I kind of want to check back this other path because it looks like it might lead to the area I'm heading to anyway. So let's just go over here. Got some Iron Maidens, you know. Clearly they're doing great stuff in this jail. Very, very up to code, as you can see. Another healing injection. And over here. Boom. Alright, so... through here and then down the ladder. Cool. Honestly, if that was the, like, final boss of sorts, it's gonna be interesting upgrading my weapon because, I don't even really feel like I need it. Like, I definitely feel I could do it with just this. And I don't want to get, like, too OP, I guess? But, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. I mean, leveling up will honestly do nearly as much for my damage as upgrading my weapon does, so... leveling up would basically do the same exact thing. Of course, leveling up leveling up the weapon does make the scaling better, which makes all of my previous stats even more busted too, so... Okay, good there. Yeah. Now we just go up here, and I'm hoping this leads up to here. God, finally in this area. Metroidvanias and hiding like an entire late game area slash really, really good upgrade at the place where you started the game. Name a better combination. I'll wait. This room seems important. I'm leaving a marker just in case. Because, yeah, I mean, look at this place. Looks like either a boss arena, or this will, like, act as an elevator, possibly? Oh, I can't go that way? Damn it. Okay. So we're blocked there. Alright, we're back over here, and I think I just need to drop down here. And this didn't open, right? Yeah, so now we just gotta progress to the left. Alrighty, on my way. Not getting as much Nightcrux in this area as I thought I would. Boss fight? No. It's more of these dorks. So it seems like they definitely expect you to come to this area, you know, after you've already been to the cathedral area and stuff like that, because it has a lot of the same enemies. This feels like the, you know, to use an Elden Ring reference, this feels like the Malenia area of this game. I possibly might get a super boss to fight at the end of it or something, because clearly I don't need to come here to finish the game. Because we could just fight the final boss right there. Maybe this has more, whatchamacallit shenanigans? Stuff you need for a true ending or something? Possibly. So where does this go? Hi. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna keep shooting. Okay, get up now though. That was a fantastic, fantastic use of Lena's bow. Did you survive? Yeah. You guys didn't get hit by the bow at all. Okay. I do wish I had some slightly better magic. Is that what you could give me in this area? Some, like, really, really cool magic? That would be awesome. Uh-huh. Very, very cute. Bye-bye. This feels like the wildest of these challenge rooms, because there's just a crazy amount of enemies compared to some of the other ones. And the enemies are all very, very strong. So there might be something quite wild hidden back here. At least I got another one of the Unborn. That was cool. 9,000. Come on, something good, something good, something good. Dark Comet Charm. What in the world would that do? Plus 5% healing from parry and plus 20% parry damage. Huh. I mean, I haven't really been using the parry, but cool. That is probably very good if you use the parry. Or, quite frankly, use this other stuff at all. Yeah. Also, if anybody was wondering why I didn't use my, like, little transform thing when I fought that super boss earlier. Honestly, I was kind of scared I would win on the first try if I did that, and I don't really want to, if I can help it. I kind of want to suss out the boss mechanics and stuff a little bit. I definitely want to use the transform sometimes, but sometimes it's just like you're so busted when you're in that transform state that I just don't want to use it for fear of just like acing something. Like I said, it's cool when it happens, but for like a final boss like that, kind of want to take my time with it a little. Just a little. Okay, so the other thing with the transform is you do have to be careful since you can't heal while doing it. You specifically have to untransform to heal. Uh-huh. Oh. Well, here's all the Nightcrux. Jeez. Was hiding down here in the prison coffers. All in this room. Oh, hi. I'm sorry. Didn't see you there. Uh-huh. Bye-bye. Go away. Okay, and there's another one of these. Now that I know how this attack works a little bit more, it's super, super easy to dodge. And this is, of course, just not that problematic at all. Bye-bye. Cool. So that's probably what leads back there. I probably get an item over here that is slot into that, and it possibly is like an elevator or something? Would be my guess. No? Okay, maybe not. I thought that's where this was possibly going. Okay. Let's continue this way then. Whole ass zone, just like that. I've already seen the final boss, and now here we are. Back to exploring. God, I can't believe it was just hidden on a ledge like that. I hate when that happens. It's hilarious, but yeah. The Walren family crest. Leonardo Walren gifted Lodok his family emblem, though no one is certain why. All that is known is that he trusted Lodok implicitly. Yet after Leonardo's disappearance, the crest soon followed. Consumed by shadow, a new manifestation fabricated by one who has seen past the veil. So that's our third one of those. I still need one more, though. And I have no idea where to get it. Unless it's here, somewhere. Because, yeah. So that might have to be something we look up if I don't find it soon. And, judging by how much space looks like is left here, I don't know if we're going to be finding it soon. Okay, so yeah, we need to do one of those. Okay. Jump, dash, jump. Oh, you can't do the double jump? Weird. It wasn't, well, I think my input failed? Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I think I see what's happening. I'm pressing the button too early. There we go. Yeah, I was pressing it too early, so it was just killing the input instead of actually jumping me. Alright, so... Item, Demi Shade. Always good to have. They do shower you in that, which is cool, I guess. You get a pretty good amount of that upgrade material. It just sucks that the Moon Silver doesn't really scale as well into late game. More Demi Shade, okay. Alright, and that gets me here. Cool. Also, this looks like it falls. And this room looks like it goes higher up on the map here. That's odd. Okay, so I got another one of the crests. But unless I can do something with this... Huh. Yeah, unless I can do something with this, I don't really think anything's going on here. And it won't let me do anything now. I don't have another crest, right? I didn't fill in 3 of them? Or something like that? Did we ever use this? Oh, the second skin was what allowed me to talk to that ghost so I could follow the skulls. I was about to say, I was like, did we ever use that? Yeah, and then a relic salt by scholars. Okay. I mean, I did all of that. I guess we're gonna... I mean, I guess we just head back and, like, level up now? I never found the toys for that kid, either. Unless there's, like, something that is considered a toy in my inventory that I just forgot about. Maybe the kid would even give me the final crest, but I don't know where the toy is. Because I don't remember what they gave me last time. And then I still have some of the Unborn to find. Okay, yeah, there's clearly still a pretty good amount of stuff going on here. I just gotta find it. So, let's get back and, go do this stuff. So, I still couldn't, yeah, I don't have the blueprint, so I can't do anything with my weapons. Although, I guess I could upgrade Lena's bow? I'm just gonna spend some points on this for now, I guess. Strength. Two levels in strength, sure. Let's just do that. That's fine with me. And we can go turn in one of these. Yeah, I'm missing 4 more. Yep, 4. No idea where those final ones are. And God, trying to find them would be such a nightmare. Okay, so... now we just gotta find out where we're going next. Something right here at the Liturgical Pass. I never did this? Yeah. And I think this is how I get up here to this. Okay, cool. This could be something. I hope it is, because I'm grasping at straws on stuff here. Oh hey, it's one of these dead. Another dried cold one liver. Hey! Oh no, though, isn't the character... you might still be able to turn stuff in at the ashes? Possibly? I hope so, because that's the final thing that the like, witch character needed, right? It was just up here. You can just miss such integral items just with something as small as that. God. Uh-huh, so that's done. And this just opens up over here. Finally, the toys! Toys are a luxury for children in the realms, hence a hugely stolen commodity. They represent an effective bargaining chip for a child with a mind and intent of their own. Good. Okay. That was my fault for just not marking that place. And another unborn. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So we got a few things to go, turn in here. I can't remember if you could turn things into the corpses or not. Oh god, I hope you can, because... wait, if you can't turn things into the corpses, even if I did find the blueprint at this point, I wouldn't be able to use it. Uh-oh. I mean, luckily I'm fine with my +8 weapon, but... okay, no, I can. Cool. You can hand over stuff. Awesome, then. That's good. So, there you go. Enjoy, that dried cold liver. Traces of Dorothea. Oh my god, you just sell infinite demi-shade now? Oh! Oh, that's super good. Okay, so I have 15 of those bastards now. Oh my god. Okay. Well then. That's nice. So if I ever want to, like, pivot to another weapon, the possibility is there. I would just have to grind up a shit ton of Nightcrux, but that's not exactly hard. I mean, honestly though, at this point, am I really going to pivot to another weapon? If I just had the money and resources lying around, maybe, but... honestly, out of all these weapons, I don't even know what I would pivot to. I could pull Lies of P and just switch weapons at the very end of the game. It'd be sort of hilarious, but like I said, I don't think I have anything that scales well enough with my current stats, because it would need to be strength and mind. So the best would be this, I believe. The best chance I have would be this, which this weapon's very fast, which is cool, I must say. But yeah. Don't super see that happening. Oh wait, no, there's this. But the problem with this, with using this, is my mind is my higher stat than my strength, so I wouldn't get as much out of it, which does suck. But yeah, the Holy Winged Axe is cool too. Alright, so we've done that. I have a unborn to turn in. The next reward's probably at all of them. Yeah, so I need to get the final 3 before I get whatever that reward is. Hey kid, got your toys right here. Please give me your family crest.
Find my toys.
Yeah, here you go.
A single toy brings a moment of joy to my heart. Thank you. I would hope for more.
Damn it. Kid, please.
Find my I will do
No! That was the only toy I had. No! Can't you be happy with 2 toys? Damn it. Okay. So we're still missing something. Ooh. Item hidden up here. So, I came back over here. Oh, boring. I mean, at least it's demi-shade, but... I came back over here because this looks like it might lead to something. And also this clearly looks like I can actually fall there and possibly grab something. Also on this previous screen, I had this area marked, I'm guessing because it looked interesting, or maybe I actually did do something with this area when I was in this zone. But this kind of looks like the character that was hanging out, the one that was on the second floor. But I think they just look similar, possibly. Because I think we're going with the assumption that Catalina and Annabella killed all of our friends, which was quite rude. Aha! We can get in here. Hello? Oh, this just takes me here. Okay, which is another area I have been, but it's one of those weird second layer map areas that's like, you know, separate from the first, and it's hard to remember that it even exists. Okay, here we are, and this is a new zone that I can actually check out. This zone would have been super hard to find without the death pit thing. Because yeah, I initially ignored this because I assumed it was a death pit, but no. So that was a very, very good update. Glad that one was added. So, is there going to be anything actually useful to me up here? Okay, that's a death pit though. Even though we can clearly see it leads right to that room. Okay, you're very, very cute. Yeah, fighting you here with limited visibility is annoying, but it's not impossible, friend, so. Pastilles, okay. Not really a whole lot of interest over here, then. Oh wait, here's a door. Okay, come on, something good, something good, something good. Please, 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 please. Okay, toys. Toys, that's good. That's good. Toys are good. Okay, okay, we did actually find something. Oh my god. Okay, okay. I was worried for a second that that was just gonna be a bunch of hot garbage. Okay. Now, honestly, what I'm hoping the most is that the kid, when I give them this, please give me, like, your family crest. Please tell me you're, like, the ghost kid of some big, important family. Alright, please, come on.
My toys.
I sure did.
You located them all. I'm indebted to you, sir. Please take this.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
But I do not have anyone with whom to play.
I regret your sorrow, young one. I pray you find solace and joy again.
No, is it because the kid's dead? The kid back at the place? If the kid wasn't dead, could I have told you to go play with the kid that's back at the mansion, and then maybe I could have got something cool? No!
I'm so glad to have my toys back. They are my company. The only company I've had are phantoms. But I've never set my eyes upon one. I have heard that some people possess lenses for which to see such phenomena. They are like a map. But to which destination I am unsure. I regret that I do not have one.
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe the second skin allowed me to see you as well. Maybe it was for the ghost that had the skulls that led me somewhere, and you.
What lenses are these?
Because, yeah, I have some lenses that allow me to see dead, and I'm pretty sure you're dead and you don't realize it.
I do not know, but I think it's a great idea. If I were to see my phantom companions, perhaps I'll be a little less lonely.
I know of a place where you'll be safe. Head to the manor.
About that, Eric. One, none of the people you told would be safe were actually safe at the manor. And two, there's nobody there now.
Mister, you are too kind. I pray that we meet again someday in a world less dark. I wish you good fortune.
I know of a place where...
Mister.
Okay, I guess I'll go see you at the manor. Maybe I can see everyone's ghosts. Honestly, that would be an interesting way to do, like, interacting with all of these characters after they're clearly murdered. I have the second skin. I can communicate with the dead. So if it was just their ghosts there, like, as long as I have that item, their traces are there, but I can still communicate with them and have them do stuff for me. It's just their ghosts. Because I have the second skin, like, you need the second skin to do that. That would be cool. That would be a neat thing. Because, yeah, it makes sense. I can see ghosts, so why can't I see them? Did they kill even their ghosts? Now the real question is, this character technically came over here before everyone was murdered, so are they now going to be murdered as well? I'm assuming this is where you would have been, because it was the only empty room. But maybe you would have been in the room with the girl over here? How is this interaction gonna work? I think it doesn't. In fact, because you're supposed to be here at the manor, but I do not see you, and you don't even have remains sitting around. Okay, yeah, I think it's slightly borked. I wish if characters being dead like actually caused this, I kind of wish they'd given me a little bit of a warning. Just because if I had a like, oh hey, you know, make sure you take care of everything. Like, yes, is it immersion breaking? Yeah, but it's nice to have so you don't run into situations like this. Because I didn't know the characters were gonna die. Like, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if this is the final boss, cool. I beat the final boss. It puts me before the final boss, and I'll be fine, you know, and I can just take care of all the stuff that I didn't take care of before. That's the only reason I fought Lodok in the first place. But, or I was even, you know, thinking that maybe there was more after Lodok, which clearly there was. But I didn't expect all the characters dying to kind of throw a wrench into all of my quest plans, it seems. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing you anywhere. I'm guessing you would have been hanging out in the room with the other girl, and you would have had somebody to play with. That is unfortunate. That is extremely unfortunate. Well, we still don't have this final crest, I don't think. And like I said, I don't think that I already have 3 in there. I think I was missing 2, wasn't I? So we are kind of boned in that regard. Yeah, I don't know where this character would be. Okay, back to back to exploring. Okay, so I've looked up some stuff because at this point I'm effectively at the end of the game, so I can't super be spoiled. And I've learned a few things. The Scholar was that character that was on the second floor of Ox Neville. And that's who I was supposed to give the Tome of Oisak to, and now I think about it, I remember the character asking about that. I could have sworn I had talked to them after I had the tome, because one of the times I was looking around confused and lost, I talked to all the characters, and I could have sworn I talked to him then, but I didn't. But that's who I was supposed to give the Tome of Oisak to. Unfortunately, yeah, he dies apparently sometime before you actually do the fight with Lodok. Like, he dies earlier / disappears. I think possibly he goes and tries to look for the tome himself or something like that. I don't know. But he dies a little bit earlier than everyone else, as far as I understand. But what you get for turning that in is you get the final 2 ice spells, which, not the biggest loss. I can deal with that. But that's what happened to that character. I think I am locked out of getting the final reward from Ghost Girl and the little kid. I'm not really sure what that would have been, but I am locked out of that. Obviously there's not like a ton of guides. Like, there's some guides on the game, but it's usually for the important things, like finding all the crests or all the unborn and stuff like that. There's not like specific, you know, answering of questions except in the Steam discussions, which I was just going through. One thing I did notice is that people are really, really pissed in the Steam discussions and have been asking for it to be changed where everyone doesn't die before Lodok, or it at least gives you like a warning, you know? Oh, I thought this is where one of my things were, but I already got this one actually. But yeah, I have a list pulled up of where all of the unborn are, and spoiler, the turning in all the unborns is where I get the final crest, the Ox Neville crest. So I think once we do that, doing whatever this is probably all that's left I can actually do in the game before the final boss. So yeah, it seems like I'm just locked out of a bunch of other stuff because, like, you know, a bunch of the characters died, and stuff like that. But yeah, it seems like an update hasn't been added to the game yet to at least like warn you that that's a point of no return, or just, you know, take it out completely. I don't really feel like having all the NPCs die really adds much, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, it doesn't really do anything super impactful, like, you know, from a plot standpoint. I mean, I don't even think they actually said they were the ones that killed them. They just kind of die, and they're gone, and then it's like, oh. So I don't really think they needed to die, per se. I think you could have just left them there, and it would have been fine and been just as impactful. But, whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to grab the rest of the Unborn, and then we can go turn them all in, and I can get the final crest, go down there, we can do whatever that is, and then I can prep for the final boss, I guess. Oh wait, I'm actually a super full. I tried to leave this area. I assumed the Unborn was this item that I had already picked up. No, the Unborn is actually cheekily hidden behind another wall right here. Very, very cheeky of them. But, okay, so that was one of the Unborn I was missing. Yeah, I didn't watch the video all the way through. I just saw this and I was like, I don't think I've gotten that one. And then when I saw it revealed it on the map, I was like, oh yeah, I've gotten that one. Okay, the next one is right here, jerkishly. That is a very jerkishly hidden secret wall. Usually there's like a platform or something in front of most of the secret walls in this game, but that one, nah. And there's another secret wall to trick you even more, because one secret wall is not enough. They needed another one after that. And then this is my Unborn. No more secret walls? Cool. Alrighty, so here's another area where I never went all the way up here. This is another area that was actually marked. I've just been missing it because there's a lot of places on the map. Like, the map is quite large. But it's easier for me to miss the like little inconsistencies with things because the map doesn't update the room completely sometimes. So something I do in a lot of Metroidvanias is like totally scrub all the edges to completely fill in the map, but you can't really do that in this game. So it's easy for me to like miss something because I'll be like, oh, the map probably didn't fill in correctly or something like that. Because there's a lot of rooms where the roof just never gets filled in, like this. Any other Metroidvania, I would assume that there's something hidden here, but I don't think there is. I think that room just doesn't have a ceiling, basically. Okay, and yeah, that was actually all of them. I thought I was missing 4, but I feared
My heart is full once more. My babes are safe. At last, they may be resurrected into their true destined selves. Thank you, stranger, for you have sacrificed much of your time to help a crippled woman. And yet I feel something is amiss. There is space left in my stroller. Space which I will fill someday. I am certain.
Yeah, good luck with that. The Oxneville family crest. The Oxneville family was blessed with the divine power, using their crest to conceal what they know and possess. Medea was the last of the family to wield it, the crest lost in a fearsome battle. Lady Helenia is now in possession of the emblem, keen to extract any knowledge she can. However, she is unsuccessful. Perhaps someone else will prevail. Are you sure Lady Helenia is in possession of the emblem? Because I just got handed the emblem by the woman in ink. Unless you're like Helenia's mom, but they straight up refer to this character as Helenia, so that's funny. Alright, cool. So now we have all of the crests. We're good. Alright, so where we need to go down here to the darkest depths of the dungeon. Alright, so yeah, that was an ordeal. It seems like I missed a few things, but hopefully not anything too serious. I think generally all I need possibly are the eyes to get this ending that apparently the eyes allow me to get. So hopefully we're good there and there wasn't like a character I had to talk to or get another item or anything like that. Hopefully, because yeah, the eyes allow me to do that, so it's a good thing I got those at least before everything popped off, I suppose, although I think I might have been able to get those anyway. I don't think those required anyone being alive, but... let's at least see what's here, huh? What do we got? And of course, like, you know, if I did want to get everything, I could just replay through the game, but that's a lot of work for like a few small things. So I just don't think it's super worth it. Alright. Is it just a rewardy ward? Is that all we're getting? Might be all we're getting. Because these usually teleport me to like just a bunch of treasure chests. If I remember correctly. Oh no, there's a thingy. Okay. Honestly, I still think out of the magic, also the damage on this is absurd. I don't even know how it scales to 1,449 when its scaling is D and C. Craziness. I think I would rather just run this. Honestly. I think this is a boss fight. Hello? Oh, you look nasty. Nixaroth the Eldritch White. Okay, at least maybe you won't have multiple phases. Okay, I guess it's time for me to do this. Ow. Yeah, you don't really do a bunch of damage to me. Okay. Ow. I was trying to heal there. There we go. Got my heal off. It's fine. Okay. Were you shocked, friend? I didn't realize I had actually successfully managed to shock you. You seem like you don't do a lot of damage, so I don't think I'm gonna have too much trouble here. You do seem like you have a lot of HP, though. I will give you that. Your HP is kind of absurd. Yeah, you're still shocked. That's hilarious, actually. Progeny? Wait, we're still finding new enemies? That's wild. There we go. Okay, all the babies died when I did that. Okay, you're casting Meteor. This is like the version of that one enemy's attack. Okay. I like your big tentacle beard. It's quite cool, actually. None of that, please. Ow. Okay, that's a bunch of projectiles. Alright, I'm pretty much out of magic. Okay. Ooh, owie. Owie, also. Also owie. Okay. But we're doing it. It's easy for me to get clipped, but I think generally we've got this. Ow. Yeah, you're very, very good at clipping me. I wonder if I can burn you with the bow. Okay. Put the bow away, Eric. Yeah, I mean, you don't really seem to have a ton going on, so I might just be totally fine popping this as well. Because it seems like a good way to do a bunch of damage to you really quickly. Uh-huh. Okay, lost my buff. It's fine. Good. God, you being so high up in the air is pain. Okay, we're good. Uh-huh. Whoa, that was different. Okay. Cute. Hadn't seen that attack before. Ow. Yeah, a lot of HP, but that's kind of all you got going for you. I'm gonna be real. Uh-huh. we go. I think I got the damage to just kind of bop you. Ow. Ow. You don't do nearly as much damage as I would expect you to. You just have a lot of HP. It's very much an endurance run, this one, I think. It helps that I have a massive amount of defense to Dark, though. That I will say. Uh-huh. Bye-bye. You were very, very tanky. Cool looking boss, too, I will say. It was a very neat design. But, yeah, I'm shocked at how little damage I was taking. False god disavowed. Promise broken. Heart of Nycrox. No servant of the church. Yep. That's a, like, extra messed up one, though. Okay. So what do I get from that? I think we've basically decided at this point that we're just finishing the game today, so... It is true, then, that the highest of nobles ventured here to conceal the secret of the One Power. I feel their presence, what they have done, consequences that cannot be reversed, from which no one can hide. Yet I feel a wrath that is not human. Perhaps 'tis a god? No, this is no god. Yet it carries the might of one. This is only the beginning, the ramifications that shall be felt by in all these lands. So this is a noble that, basically made themselves a god? Effectively, this was, you know, once again a false god, much like Lodok, but it was a second one. So that's interesting. One of the other things I did see, looking in a discussion post on the Steam thing, was a lot of people seemed confused by the story, which makes me feel a little bit better about being confused by the story. I mean, I get the broad strokes that, like, there used to be a bunch of gods. One god absorbed all the divine power and became the only god, and started, you know, enacting his will upon everyone in the world. And some people tried to fight back against that, but everybody wants to be the new cool god, even once Lodok's gone, so there's like a power struggle, and we created a power vacuum by killing Lodok, and now other people want to take that, because Annabella and Catalina probably pushed us to do that specifically so that they could, you know, put me on the throne as a puppet, or just turn into super gods themselves. So there's a lot of that going on, but I feel like a lot of the nuance and stuff from the plot is kind of easy to miss. Bright Comet Charm. What do you do? Minus 15% power cost. That's interesting. So I could stay in my crazy form for longer. Cool. Alright, the only thing that worries me about this, I did not get the Barsov's thing. The blueprint. So where is that? That's kind of my final question. I frankly expected to get it here. But we didn't, so... Huh. We might not be able to upgrade our weapon. Like I said, I don't really think I need to, per se. But, yeah. At least I have a bunch of spending money, if I decide that I, want to try a different weapon for the final boss, just for funsies. Like I did in Liza P. Maybe that'll be my new thing I do in, like, Souls-likes. Just swap my weapon at the final boss. The worst time to try a new weapon. Alright, so let's get back to Oxneville. I'm gonna look up potentially where that thingy is. Okay, I found out where it is. Remember when I came up here and was like, wow, it's weird that there's nothing important up here, despite the fact it's so hard to get up here? And I was like, huh, that's weird. Yeah, it's because what I need is right there. And that's actually sort of a difficult jump. God, that jump sucks. The worst part about it is this is like getting over it with Eric Foddy. Because if you miss the jump, you just fall all the way back to the bottom, so it extra blows. But it's a very tight jump. I haven't seen anything else in the game that's this tight, but I guess it makes sense if it's the final upgrade blueprint in the game that it's going to be hard to get. The video I watched for the location specifically kind of did this little hang off the side. And then possibly do that. That's how you do it. There we go. Barsov's prototype blueprint. The masterworks of Nikolai Barsov, finished not long before his sudden demise. Incomprehensible to anyone but experts, the diagrams describe modifications to perfect any instrument of death. Cool. Neato. Alright, so now that we've got that, we can go see if I can upgrade my weapon, and then we can do the boss. Like I said, I mean, I don't know. I guess it'll make the first phase go faster. I just did all that work for this thing. If it makes my weapon busted, screw balance. I worked hard for this damn thing, okay? Alright, give the Barsov's prototype blueprint. There you go. There you go, Ashes of Mariano. You enjoy that blueprint. Alright, cool. So, yeah, we can upgrade this to that, and then that. So it is maxed out. The question now is, would I possibly want to upgrade a different gun? The bow is like fine, but you're kind of locked in for a really, really long amount of time. I feel like if I was going to use a gun, I would rather have this. Just because the bow takes forever to kind of, you know, get out and put away. Alternately this, but if I'm that close, I would just swing my actual sword. So I think I'm gonna upgrade this. We have some money to blow on it. So there we go. It's basically, it's a higher level than you now. So is it as good of a weapon? Possibly not, but the Lena's bow, while cool, it's just very, very easy to take free damage while using it. Whereas this, I can just pull it out and go pew pew really quickly. So alright. I believe that's it. I believe we go do our final boss now. I think. Let me make sure everything's in order. Let me make sure I don't have to like I don't know. I don't know. If something gets screwed up with an ending, I don't know. Everything I keep seeing just says basically like, yeah, you gotta have the eyes. Which I do have the eyes, so I don't know. Let's just get in here. Let's fight the boss again. I do way more damage this time. I will probably run this because it seems quite good. So yeah. I do wonder what happens if I specifically say no to them. Or not say no, but say yes to them. Like, is it just game over? It starts me on like New Game Plus? Or does it just set me back here so I can see the other ending? Alright. Hi, you two. That is even bigger damage. Hi.
What little nerve you have left.
Owie. It's hard for me not to get hit by that. Very, very easy to take damage there. Oh yeah, this attack. That's kind of scary. Don't like that attack one bit. Whoop. Just duck that and get under you, I find is the best way to handle it. Uh-huh. Very, very cute. Boom, 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 boom. Ow. Heal. Yeah, once they hit the second phase, it's very, very hard to not just get bodied. Ow. Okay, well you're not hitting me with that because you're in a terrible, terrible spot. Ah. Just trying to jump that. Uh-huh. Okay, this is the swords falling. Ow. You're gonna spawn over here. There we go. Okay, let me go ahead and heal. I didn't actually heal. I reactivated my thingy. Oh, you shoot twice now? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, it's mostly just about dodging the attacks here. That's the really rough one to dodge. Like, that was the main problem, I feel. Just because it feels very, very rude. Uh-huh. Whoop, okay. Okay, you should be reappearing right about now. Okay, what in the scissors? Ow. Okay. That's something. Weird. Okay, that's that. That causes a little projectile. Ow, just don't get hit by that. Now I'm gonna pop this. Okay. There we go. That was the best way to dodge that. It's still so easy to get hit by it, though. Yeah. That's just a rude one. Okay. Very, very cute. Okay. Heal. Did not really get a big opportunity to hit there. Ow. Where's my other heals? There we go. I think we got this, possibly. Uh-huh. There we go. Get a little bit of pew-pew action in there. Just a little bit of pew-pew action. Got it. Owie. And then this is the ground shot, and then I dodge that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, generally, think we got it. Just, focus on our dodges here. Bang. Bang, bang. That doesn't even seem super worth it. That's a good opportunity to get some free damage in. Okay. Yep. And now the other side. Yeah, not too bad. I will say one thing I gotta give props for this game. The bosses definitely feel very fair a lot of the time. There's no like shit that I'm like, oh my god, that's just garbage. You know? Maybe that's, you could say possibly that's just because the game is generally on the easier side, I feel, but I've dealt with some real horseshit boss fights in video games, so... Okay, you're still doing this, huh? Heal. Uh-huh. Damn. Yeah, you can't really get any of those in there. Will you, like, appear here so I can attack you? No? Ow. They're, like, not stopping at this point. They're just attacking constantly. They never, like, come down to chill. Which sucks. Because, you know, that's most of my opportunity to hit them. So when they don't come down here to let me hit them, it's a little unfortunate. Okay, this is my best opportunity. Swing the damn weapon, Eric. God, fucking, he did that stupid thing where he's like, I don't wanna. I'm tired of fighting. Damn it. I swear if I die at this point, just because of that. Okay. Swing the damn weapon, Eric. Really? Okay, they're dead. Yeah, they just stop stopping at some point, so you gotta be a little bit more careful. But yeah, that weird like animation glitch that happens. I'm pretty sure somebody in the comments mentioned that they had dealt with the same thing. Where it like resets your combo.
Eric. Forsaken what wasn't yours to bear. Yes, the knowledge you have amassed has been unbearable to resist. The prize, an illuminating one. A prize which I must now relinquish from you. I shall put your mind and body to rest. For eternity.
Do I get my heals back? What? In the fuck? Okay. I was just talking about how there was no bullshit, but what is this?
Your life is but in ruin, Nightfall.
What is this? You don't give me the opportunity? Maybe they're like proper dead now, so if I die here, I just gotta redo... I just gotta respawn and go at it again. And maybe it will be good. Possibly. You have an ice shield? Okay, that's rude. Excuse me while I use my baby heal. Okay, I broke it. That worked. Okay. I'm gonna pop one of these if you don't mind. Bang bang! Bang bang! Pew pew! Ow. Took some damage there. Okay, we gotta get rid of the shield again. I wonder if it's like on a per hit basis or if it does actually have like a health bar. Because that'll change things a lot. Don't want to get hit by that, obviously. God, you do not take a lot of damage. I thought maybe I possibly could have gotten this, but I don't know so much now. And this is with a fully upgraded weapon. So... not the gun, but my sword. Ow.
Embrace your destiny.
Okay. Ow. Come back here! Stop running! Damn you. Okay, we need to swap back to this. Ow. That's definitely your most damaging attack. I gotta watch my HP here. I'm running out of heals. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. Just because... I mean... you still have tons of HP. And if you have like a phase change, then I'm just fucked. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. So, here's my final heal. Oh, I might as well take the opportunity to get some of this back. Uh-huh. Uh-oh, it's your weapon. Oh, you're throwing two of them now. That's wonderful. That's the shield. Ow. That goes off very quickly sometimes. Okay. Like I said, if I don't have to fight those two again, I think I could do it. But if I have to fight those two again, that's gonna be difficult. That will be incredibly difficult if I have to fight both of them again. If this is a 3-phase boss, oh boy. Especially since I just used all of my heirloom tears in that fight. Please just have it be the fight against that thing. I beg of you, game designers. That would be just such a just slog. Oh, I think it's gonna be a slog. Oh, it's gonna be a slog. Or? Okay. Okay. Not that bad. Not that bad. Alright, yeah. Cool. Alright, that was going to be terrible if I had to do all 3 fights in a row. Could you imagine? Oh my god. This would have been a fantastic phase to actually have the bow. If I die here, I should put the bow on, just to use in that phase. You can just duck for a lot of this. Kind of awesome. Uh-huh. Yeah. I can't believe how tanky I am, never putting any points into HP. Like, I'm pretty tanky, all things considered. Like, it's hard to kill me. Come here, you bastard. God, you just float backwards. Oh, I can float. What are you gonna do about that? Ow. That was just me being caught with my HP down. But yeah, I want to try Lina's bow, actually. Because, yeah, this thing's not really doing too much. And that phase, when you're floating around with the ice, I can't really do anything else anyway. So I might as well just have the bow putting down big damage. So, alright, this could be the attempt we do it. Could be. I'm really glad I would save the pain of a 3-phase boss fight. That would have been a lot. That would have been a lot. Would have been crazy if I could have managed to eke out a victory there on that one, because that was crazy how far I was making it. Uh-huh. Yeah. So you should die. Failure's super merciful. You should feel it. Failure's great. So this phase is where I would use my bow, but this is kind of an awkward situation to try and do it. Because, yeah. This is just your shield. Whoop. I think I can just duck for all of these.
You shall.
Whoop. Ow. That was my bad. Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, get out of here. Alright, so get over here and use your bow. Fire! Oh, you're flying too high. Wasn't that unfortunate? I can only shoot my ranged weapons in the air, and if the enemy decides they're just gonna float above the hitbox for it, there's kind of nothing for me to do about that, huh? That's unfortunate. Oh, I hate when you do this. It just prolongs the fight. Die already, damn you. Okay, you're trapped here in the corner. That's fine with me. Should use my super mode when my thing runs out next. My little lightning shield, because I think that goes away. Okay, the icicles don't really do that much damage, so
Embrace your destiny. For it is written.
Can this thing go bye-bye, please? God, your stupid ice shield lasts forever. Go. There we go. That's what I needed. Alright. God, you're so fast in this form. Ow. Whoop! The fucking hell! Jesus! That's like the only dangerous attack you have. Everything else sneezes on me, but that attack you can get overwhelmed very quickly. You gotta be careful there. I started choking and panicking. Alright, I'll start getting the boss down to like half health, and then I'll start showing it. I could be quiet too, that would probably help. It does suck that my ranged weapons are basically just useless, because the boss will just lazily float above the hitbox. It would be so much better if you could shoot your guns in the air in this. Not being able to is such a weakness for guns. My bow is just useless. Such a shame. Alright, well, oh, you're doing this shit again. Uh-huh. Yeah. You just get your shield to go bye-bye. Alright. Oh, I'm actually hitting you. Look at that. Bow is useful. How wonderful. Ow, that hurt a lot. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, this is the scary one. Okay. Good. Wait, why did I switch weapons? Uh-oh. Oh, God. I've swapped to my shit weapon. Ugh. That was bad. Ooh. That's a rude combination of attacks. Okay. I'm just gonna smack you around while you do this, because this attack isn't that scary. And now I'm gonna pop out. This might be my opportunity to win here. Oh my god, the slow. I'm like slightly slowed by the ice. And it's a problem. Burn? No. Okay, no, it was hitting it a few times. Ow. I can't do my thing. The meter's not fully charged yet. Okay. Just gonna get in here and do some quick damage. Whoop. This is not ideal. This is not ideal. No, I ungo that. God, fuck. Get out of your stupid form or you lose the ability to understand how to stab something into yourself.
Your life is but ruin.
Fire. Fire, melt, ice, good. Okay. Uh-oh. Spooky attack. Heal. I'm just swinging. I'm just swinging. One more. There we go. Whew, we did it. You kind of just sit there for that attack, so if I just tank the ice blocks. I did almost die, though. That would have been hilarious to die greeting for that. But I knew I could take a bunch of hits.
The cosmos calls. The lines between celestial and mortal have collapsed. And with them, the deceptions of the divine. The last faith reaches its end.
There we go. We attacked and killed all gods. Alright, that was the last faith. So, thoughts about the last faith. I've kind of made some of my points clear here, but just to kind of go back over everything as the credits kind of roll here. I had a fun time with this. I think it's good. I think there's a lot of things that could be fixed by some quality of life updates. They did some of that, it seems, I guess, possibly. Because, let's see, what was the... I think I saw a thing, a discussion talking about how you, specifically when the characters die, you can't turn the thing back into Barsov when I looked again. But I could, and I could turn in the dried livers, so that's cool. I think they could add like a little warning that, hey, you're about to hit a point of no return. You should maybe think before you do this. Wrap things up. That would be a cool thing to have introduced. Generally making the map better and kind of fill in the entire room once you get like most of it. I forget which game I did, but once you found like most of the room, it would just fill it in completely. That was a cool feature for a Metroidvania. I like that a lot. The story was hard to parse sometimes. Like I said, I got the broad strokes of it, and you know, I'm by no means fantastic at these things, but I got the broad strokes of it, but it seems like a lot of people were confused. So that's a little bit of a problem. Maybe that could be communicated a little bit better. It was just kind of overwhelming with all the stuff, and keeping everything straight was a lot because, like, you know, cold ones. You kept calling me a Nyctorn, which I believe is the thing that was published, because published by came up. That was the thing that was set up at the beginning of the game, that Eric is specifically someone that has the ability to fight back against gods. So that's the thing. So just generally having the story kind of come together a little bit more would be cool. Obviously, that's not something you can fix in this, and I'm sure if I did a deep dive on the lore and stuff like that, it would make a lot more sense. It's just difficult to parse how it's presented here, for me personally. Maybe other people had an easier time doing it, but I did not. One thing I will say about the story, I do still think it's a bit weird that Eric has, like, barely any characterization. It feels like it almost would have been fine if they just didn't give Eric a voice and everyone else just talked to Eric and Eric was a silent protagonist. Because Eric having a voice doesn't really add a lot, I feel, because Eric, we don't really learn a lot about Eric. It would be cool if the dialogue specifically gave us hints as to, like, Eric's past and how Eric feels about these various things. But usually Eric is kind of just reacting to things that people say to him, basically. Like, you know, somebody's like, hey, all of these crazy things are happening, and he's like, oh yeah? You should go back to the manor. And that's like basically the extent of input that Eric gives on the conversations. Do we need a ton? No, but it would be cool to get to have gotten to know Eric a little bit more. That's just like, you know, a small thing, you know. I just think he could have been characterized a little bit more. It would have been cool to get to know him a little bit more. Some of the other characters were characterized a little bit better, but I didn't really get much from Eric, which is unfortunate for our main character. I mean, talking specifically about characterization, sometimes you don't even need dialogue to do it, really. In Ender Lilies, your main character, like, barely talks at all, but I still had a good idea of, like, the motivations and the personality of the character in Ender Lilies. Whereas Eric spoke, and I feel like I have a less of an idea of the personality of Eric. He's kind of just cool, badass man that has the ability to kill gods, so he's gonna go do it, kind of thing. He interacts with most characters in the same manner. He doesn't really have a lot of input on the things that are mentioned to him. Like, he has some, but nothing like, you know, super crazy or anything. It would be cool if you kind of got more of Eric's thoughts. One of the things I really, really loved about one of the Metroidvanias I've played recently, I forget exactly which one it was. I forget the name of it, but it's the one with the girl that has the halberd as the main character with the red hair. I'm forgetting the name, and I'm so sorry. I want to say it's For Something, but that game, something that game does that was really, really cool was the character gets characterized because when you're on long elevator rides, the character talks to themselves, which is clearly taking a hint from Metroid, basically. Oh, yeah. I'd like to thank my friends for helping me make poor financial decisions. I guess working the graveyard shift is worth it, and talking about, yeah, the people that they lost due to Corona and stuff. That's unfortunate. Yeah, developing a game during a pandemic was probably really, really, really big struggle, and that's something you need to keep in mind with these things. I'm just giving, like, you know, a critique. I'm not saying, like, the game's bad. I, in fact, had a good time with this game. But when you have a good time with something, you want it to be as best as it can be, you know? So, yeah, but all that characterization talk and everything aside, yeah, it would be cool if Eric just got more time in the limelight to kind of show us who he is as a person. That would be cool. Other stuff to talk about. Definitely think the builds were a little unbalanced in this game. I think magic kind of sucks. I think magic not scaling is part of the problem. Like, not scaling. The magic scales, but you can't upgrade it, is more so the problem. And I feel like maybe why they did that is maybe they realized through, like, playtesting and stuff that if you could upgrade magic was just incredibly stupid busted. But maybe there was been a better way to fix it than just completely, have magic not be able to be upgraded, at all. Because, like, in a Souls game, your magic scaling goes up by the staff that you use, but since we don't use a staff in this game, there's nothing to actually upgrade to make our magic better. So not only was our magic not super amazing in the beginning of the game, it didn't scale well into late game compared to any of the other stuff. Guns were similarly weak, I feel. It also doesn't help that, once again, you can't shoot them while in the air. For Lena's bow, it makes sense. You basically stand stationary and pull the bow back and shoot a bunch of fire. It makes sense you have to do that grounded. That makes sense. But the two little revolver things that I have, I should be able to jump and pew those off. That would be fantastic update for those if you could shoot some of the guns in the air. That would make those infinitely more useful, because having to stay grounded to do it when there's no aiming, you just shoot straight ahead of you, makes them a little bit harder to use. So that's that. So yeah, the build's a little bit all over the place. I still definitely think strength weapons are probably way better than dex weapons in this game, because strength weapons just generally had the higher crit chances. So it feels like it was better just to be swinging those around. Of course, the dex weapons make up for it by, like, swinging faster, which is good. I didn't really give dex weapons a fair shot enough to know if that was worthwhile, because most of the time I was using the whip, which didn't swing crazy fast. But yeah, generally just scaling and builds seems like a little odd and a little all over the place, which that's not something you're going to get perfectly right on your first try. So that absolutely makes sense. I understand that completely. What else? The ability to use weapons without having the stats for them was cool. It made the scaling and stuff a little bit odd at times, because yeah, I remember people in the beginning were like, you're using the whip, but it's not scaling because you don't have the dex stats for it. Which I was like, I still didn't know if I wanted to go with a dex or strength weapon yet, but I knew I wanted to go int, so I was kind of just sticking to int and hoping that I would get a weapon that would just scale with intelligence, and I just never did. So I think if you were going like kind of a mage build at the beginning, it was a little unfortunate and sucked. I could have put some points into dex just to get it up to the requirement, but if I wasn't going to go down the dex route, there wasn't much reason to do that. So whatever. And final thing I want to say, I guess, is the stigmas felt incredibly unutilized in this game. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making. Like I said, despite what I'm saying, there were a lot of good parts of this game, and I'm going to talk about those as well. The stigmas felt very unutilized. I wish we had gotten a few more stigmas at the beginning. I feel like you could take some of the stigmas that you get late and move them to the beginning. Especially the one that makes you attack faster. That would be fantastic at the beginning, because once you get the transformation, why do you need that stigma, basically? So having more stigma options at the beginning would be cool. And good things about this. The combat was fairly responsive. There was that animation bug that I feel like was introduced when I used this weapon, or it was introduced in a patch or something. That was a bit awkward, but the game felt good to play. It didn't really feel super clunky, in my opinion. It felt good to kind of dodge around things and stuff. The only little inconsistency I could notice was, like, some enemies are really, really easy to dodge through, and some attacks are really easy to dodge through, but it's a little inconsistent on what you can and can't dodge through, I found. But maybe I was just missing something there. As far as everything else goes, the art in this game was phenomenal. I absolutely love the art in this game. Music was pretty good as well. Art and music, I think, is where the game really, really shined. Like, the art fantastic. Every bit as beautiful, in my opinion, as like Blasphemous. As far as the art goes, just beautiful pixel art, the gruesome executions, if that's your thing. But all of that was cool. The game also had a very, very good amount of enemy variety, I would say. Each zone kind of had their like own enemies. They reused some, but it was in areas that it made sense. And it wasn't like it didn't feel like I was fighting the same 5 enemies, just palette swap the entire game, which I have played Metroidvanias like that. So so enemy variety, art, music, just general game feel, it felt pretty good to just jump around and play. So, you know, positives and negatives, but I feel like most people could probably find positive and negatives for anything. Overall, I feel like it was a good game. I don't really give things like numbered scores, really, but I had a fun time with it, and I thought there was a lot of good here, even if there were some frustrating elements. So I actually already recorded the like me saying goodbye, see you next time and everything, and I realized I didn't really even talk about the endings at all. So it seems like the ending there, like, yeah, we totally get rid of just religion and the faith in general in this world, and just completely wipe it all out so we don't have to worry about dealing with this again, which very, very much feels like the true ending. I will look to see if that is actually the true ending. I imagine how it goes is what I got is the true ending, and it's because I had the ESC size, possibly. And then if I say yes, we probably get a bad end where I go on the throne or whatever. So let me look just to confirm. Alright, so yeah, looking it up, it seems like I got the true ending, and that's because I had both of the eyes. Unfortunately, that means I can't get, like, the normal ending, because the normal refuse ending, I just fight the 2 characters, and then we don't have that extra boss fight. So if I had done this before getting the 2 eyes, we would have been able to get the normal ending as well. But specifically because I have the 2 eyes and I can't just throw them on the ground, we will always get the true ending if we go fight that fight. But we can do the accept ending, and I am interested in seeing what that is all about. And I'll probably watch a video of the other ending and kind of give my thoughts on that, and people can watch it as well if they want to do that. So hi, you two. How you doing? It did put me back here.
Courage.
I do.
Cool.
Ladok,
Ladok is slain.
you are correct.
But no,
For your more upon the
we
Yep,
have
yep, we know. Accept the throne.
You have made a valiant choice, sacrificing yourself for all who seek hope.
rest, sire. Your new throne must be a comfort to you.
All hail Eric.
Don't think Eric's gonna make for a good monarch.
You have taken your place amongst your true kin, Eric. And so it is written. Your new existence, one that was always meant for you. The path you have taken has led to this moment, this honor, to serve your God. Welcome home, Eric.
Okay. Yeah, so we basically just give ourselves into the god instead of like actually like completely destroying faith as a concept and the religion in general. We just choose to join them instead. So yeah, those appear to be the 2 endings that I can get. I will now look at the ending that I can't get. Okay, so I just watched the normal ending. Basically, yeah, you fight the two characters, and then after fighting them, basically the Cosmos or Cosmo or whatever, the thing that we fought in the true ending, that comes down and is like, oh, this is disappointing. You didn't do what I wanted you to do. You're a wasted vessel. I'll have to get new disciples and start over. But yeah, you're pretty much dead. And then they basically kill you. So yeah, not a very good ending. It seems like possibly all that ending does is you just kind of stave off the inevitable, but you don't actually put a stop to it. Whereas the true ending, I actually go in there and kill the true big bad and put a stop to this altogether. So it's like you accept and join the faith, you basically stave off the Faith for a little bit longer, but they're just going to do what they want to do anyway. And then it gets to, okay, you actually totally stopped everything. So, yeah, back to past me to end the video now. Alright, there's my long-ass impromptu review during the credits out of the way. I usually don't go that in depth with things, but I was feeling it for this because I feel like there's a lot to say about Lost Faith, so. If you made it to this point, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me go on my spiel and all of that. And thanks for just watching in general. It's always super, super fun to play a Metroidvania and just kind of hearing people's opinions on it and just sharing the experience is always a good time, so. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for something new.